I've been friends for a long time.
I think Trenas is a real terrific restaurant. I think it's similar to what John Folse does. I mean, it's that Louisiana Cajun food, but it's more approachable. You know what I mean? At least that's how I view it. I think it's really
Yeah.
delicious. I've always
No,
really loved
I've been on with this company. It's been on and off since 2017, and it's evolved a little bit. The menu's changed slightly, and I think our goal is to really kind of bring a lot of that back to this place. Um, that's how we built the name for ourselves, and so we look forward to kind of getting back to the roots of what Fernas was in the past.
it. Well, I wouldn't say that it's veered off too much from what it was. I mean, I'm not there all the time, but every time I go, it seems pretty consistent to what it's always been. No?
Well, all the staples are there, but it's you know, um, I think with COVID, restaurants needed to evolve,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
and we're evolving. And but just agreeing with what you said about the food here and style, trying to really get back to that.
Yeah, it's just a really delicious, intense Louisiana palate, you know? And I think that's what we love here, you know? I mean, I know Tom has always been a big fan of the oysters. You're going to keep the oysters in place,
Oh,
right?
without a doubt. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
no, that's a huge part of our program here. Is
yeah,
you know, walking one of those big oyster logs out to a table is kind of the funnest thing I
yes,
get to do.
yes. Well, for those persons who are receiving it, they like it very well too.
Yeah.
It's quite a presentation and it's really delicious. I mean, Tom used to always call it the oyster hub of New Orleans, and it is. I mean, it's got so many different choices, and then when you put them all together, and then sprinkle some fried oysters. I mean, if you're an oyster lover, there is nothing better out there. I think,
Yeah.
you know.
And I mean, great deal, happy hour, $7 half dozens. I mean, it's in the heart of downtown. Um, you can't find them cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think you all do a lot of business from business people downtown. It seems like every time I'm in there, there's a lot of those people in there. Is that
We do.
true?
It's a big part of our lunch crowd and our happy hour crowd.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Um,
it's delicious. It's affordable, and it is fun. I think, you know. So it works. You are going to keep the crawfish pie and expand on that kind of flavor. I hope.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing that's going. You're just adding to it.
No. No, we're getting back to
Okay.
back on track with
Okay.
what Ternate is.
Okay. All right. Well, that gives me comfort. We're talking about Trenas, folks. I don't even know if we mentioned that it was Trenas. Everyone just knows Stan from the show, but we're talking about Trenas and the holidays and some changing there. And I'm sorry that I sound like a frog, but I just do. Anyway, thanks. Thanks, guys, for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm going to wind it up now. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye. All right. I want to tell you about Blue Plate mayonnaise, which has been around since 1927. It's our mayonnaise. Your grandmother, mother, you, your kids all use Blue Plate mayonnaise because it's ours, but it's delicious too. It's the good stuff. And the reason it's the good stuff is that it is made simply with just oil and vinegar and egg yolks, only the yolks, because it makes a richer, creamier texture and taste. Blue Plate mayonnaise has been at the center of our deviled eggs, our egg salad, tuna salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw, potato salad, dips, Tom uses it for the basis of his shrimp remoulade, his white shrimp remoulade, and that's a really good recipe. But you don't have to use a recipe for remoulade sauce. They're making their own now. Blue Plate Mayonnaise has come out with a remoulade sauce and a spicy mayo. Look for it where you buy Blue Plate Mayonnaise. Blue Plate Mayonnaise has won taste tests. They are the official mayo of the New Orleans Saints and also the LSU Tigers.
Tune in to the Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. or contact parents at yourpersonalbank.com. The Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m.
Louisiana shrimp, oysters, crab, crawfish.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. House Speaker Mike Johnson hailing the bipartisan passage of the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act. On the Salem Media Group news program this week on the Hill with Tony Perkins, Johnson says the woke agenda of recent years was successfully stripped out of the appropriation.
One of the things that we were really focused on is doing exactly what you said, and that is return the emphasis of our national defense policy to national defense. We took out a lot of the woke progressive, agenda, not part of that policy prescription. And we prevailed in that. For the first time in federal law, we will be prescribing, and that is preventing trans surgeries on minors, the funding of that.
Johnson's Full This Week on the Hill broadcast will air on radio stations nationwide this weekend and broadcast at 10 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday on the Salem News Channel. President Biden announces more pardons and commutations. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
The president is granting clemency to nearly 1,500 Americans in what the White House says are the most ever in a single day. In a statement, Mr. Biden said he's extending mercy to federal convicts who have shown successful rehabilitation and a strong commitment to making their communities safer. He is also pardoning 39 individuals who were convicted of nonviolent crimes, such as drug offenses. Greg Clugston, Washington.
President-elect Trump has invited Chinese President Xi Jinping to attend his inauguration next month. Trump, with the move, is extending a diplomatic olive branch even as he threatens to levy massive tariffs on Chinese goods once he becomes president. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 234 points, the Nasdaq dropping 132, with the S&P 500 index lower by 32. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, Mom. Ooh, it's so cold out there. Surprise, I brought you something.
Socks. Oh, Heat Holders Original. Wow, this is so soft and cozy.
Heat holder socks are the warmest. I use them for snow sports and around the farm. I also bought a bunch for my new work site. The other guys were so jealous they all bought them. And the best part is the socks come in 3 levels of warmth. Originals, lights, and ultralights.
Oh, Jill can use the ultralights when dog walking. Oh, boy. I know what everyone is getting for gifts this holiday.
Heat Holders socks are the warmest, and independent lab tests prove they're 7 times warmer than cotton socks. We use a proprietary 3-stage process, advanced insulating yarn, a long loop thermal pile, and brushed on the inside. This process helps trap warm air closer to your skin longer, keeping your feet warm, comfortable, and dry, making Heat Holders the softest, warmest, and most comfortable socks guaranteed. We also have hats, gloves, throws, and so much more. Go to heatholders.com. Use the code HEAT to save 15% off your order. Free shipping for orders over $25. Go to heatholders.com.
Census Bureau data reflects some effects of the pandemic.
Fewer grandparents were taking care of grandchildren. There was a decline in the number of preschoolers, and more people were staying put in their homes in the first part of the 2020s compared with the last part of the 2010s. Those time frames were before the pandemic and during the years of the virus's spread. Some of the changes are COVID-19 related, while others are the result of other occurrences like the opioid crisis. The survey of 3.5 million households covered more than 40 topics. John Scott reporting.
A block in downtown San Francisco has been renamed for acclaimed photojournalist Joe Rosenthal, who won the Pulitzer Prize for his iconic photo of U.S. Marines raising the flag on the Japanese island of Iwo Jima during World War II. The longtime staff photographer for the San Francisco Chronicle died in 2006 at age 94. News and analysis at townhall.com.
Chilly start again in the morning, but not as cold. That humidity is going to start coming back a little bit for the weekend. We also have a slim chance of showers Saturday as well as Sunday. Warmer temperatures are on the way as well. Early morning low tomorrow starts under mostly fair sky, middle 40s to near 50. North Shore temperatures, middle 30s to near 40. Followed by a sunny day tomorrow, a few clouds with it, lower to mid 60s. Partly cloudy afternoon Saturday as well as Sunday. Ralph Sanji, WGSO. Henderson Auctions 2-day public auction. Over 1,500 lots, something for everyone. Construction, farming, industrial, boating, ATVs, great holiday gifts, and more. Don't miss out on incredible deals. Thursday, Friday, take the Livingston exit 22 off I-12 and follow the signs. Visit HendersonAuctions.com or call 225-686-2252. Auction business license number 459.
The views expressed on Only Good Vibes News Network are solely those of its hosts and guests. They in no way reflect the views of WGSO AM 990.
Good people, good music, good food, good arts, good energy, good information, good medicine, good time, good vibes, good news. Welcome to New Orleans' Only Good Vibes News Network.
So when it's dark, look on the bright side. When it rains, wait on the sunshine. Everybody likes getting them good vibes, 'cause everybody's got a heart on the inside. We can take all the hard lessons, that little loving, and turn them into blessings. Don't complicate it, keep it simple. Just work hard and be nice to people.
Yeah, that's right. Work hard and be nice to people. Welcome to Only Good Vibes News Network. To everybody in Louisiana and beyond, you're tuned into OGVNN with me, Whistle, and my man Jay. How's it going today, Jay?
Pretty good. I want to remind everybody out there that we are brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank.
On the West Bank.
On the West Bank.
Some people say the best bank.
Some people say the best bank. They got all kinds of great activities over there. You can rent go-karts. If you got your own race car, you can race it around their track. You can store your car over there.
Yes.
You can rent time on the track. You can rent the whole place out for birthdays. They got a huge arcade. They've got axe throwing. They've got all kinds of good stuff.
Could you say that they are going to be having race cars that you can keep over there?
Well, I mean, you have to bring the race car.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to have a race car.
All right, because I was looking to get into that program.
We got a great guest here today, Mr. Everything. Mr. Everything in the house. Say hello to everybody. Everything.
Tip of the chapeau,
Mr.
everyone.
Bang.
Yeah, that's a lovely chapeau you have there. We have royalty in the house today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys don't know, Mr. Everything is the actual current king of the mighty but small crew of Oak over on Oak Street.
Now, for those of you who just tuned in and this is your first time with the Only Good Vibes News Network, let me introduce you to our Zen cards. We do this first of every show. Whistle picks these out special for the show. And you know what's amazing about these Zen cards is they always seem to have some particular relevance to the topic that we're discussing. Though they come at random, they always seem to have this particular relevance. What do you have for us in the Zen cards today, Whistle?
So one thing we should know today about the Zen cards, Jay, is that I was running low on Palo Santos. We normally burn it with Palo Santos and sage.
Oh yeah.
So I had to use some like frankincense and stuff.
Oh wow, a little different vibe going on.
That's my favorite scent, frankincense and myrrh.
Yes, see, like Jamie just said, the cards know, man. They know.
Cards.
So the first card that I pulled was dance. It says dance on the front, has a little inscription on the back. And the back says, in dance, no movement or direction is better or worse than another. This too is the way you should view and see all of life, good and bad. The things that happen to you simply are movements in the dance of life.
I love it. Do a little dance, make a little love.
So sometimes you be like, man, I messed up. I did it was supposed to be 1 2 2 1, and I did 1 1 1. But that's okay because there's not a right movement. Same way with life. Like you may look at something and think that you should react a certain way, and then you figure out maybe I should just chill back and not do anything.
What do you got on the other side of the yin and yang today?
The other yin and yang is the journey.
Ooh,
ladies
the
and
journey.
gentlemen, the
Boy,
journey.
we've been on it here. 20 shows now. Huh?
Yes. All right. Our 20th show. Ron, how do you feel? We're on 20 shows today.
I feel great.
How we do? We doing okay? We
Y'all
getting
doing
better.
all right,
we
man.
getting better every show. Or what?
Better every show.
Or worse? You could tell us, right?
Y'all still give me a heart attack sometimes. But,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
we know no words that remember it's a G-rated show. So yeah, the journey. Understand that the journey is important as the destination. Enjoy every moment and live life fully. Ron, this is Zen.
This is the destination.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So it's Zen that we're here. It's Zen that we have the King of Oak.
That's
Yeah.
right. We were going to have Devin on today. Unfortunately, I want to send some energy out there to Devin. Get well soon, my brother.
Hold the creator,
And-
hold the mayo.
And folks, watch your health. You know, there's a lot of strange bugs going around the city. I know it's not pandemic, flush anymore, but there's still that little bit of COVID hanging out. And there's some other real, just sort of nasty stuff. A friend of mine had a sinus infection. Someone else had a chest infection. Just really hydrate. Take your vitamins, get plenty of rest. This holiday season is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't just go out there the first night you get home around all your family and get stinking drunk and end up sick for the next 2 weeks and you can't have any fun.
We just talked about that right before the show.
That right before the show.
Yeah.
You got to pace yourself a
Yeah,
little
little
bit.
kids are out
This
there.
holiday
sick as
thing
well,
is
too.
serious. Yeah.
I think the kids are brewing it over at schools, and it's out there in that spot. So, definitely
just be sure,
careful.
keep your immune system up. Get plenty of rest. A lot of sickness is caused by dehydration. It's just as simple as drinking enough water and making sure that if you do have a wild night, maybe drinking a little more than water, that you supplement the next day and get some extra water and extra nutrients in your body.
You know what they said before back in the days, right? This is kind of the same thing. They would say, "Be true to your teeth, or they will be false to you." Like that was what they used to tell.
I
kids.
never heard that. I never heard
They
that.
used to
That's pretty
tell
good.
kids that when
That's
they were
true.
younger.
Yeah.
And so what Jay is saying is take care of yourself, or your body will not be true to you. It won't be able to defend itself. So get in there. So Jay, let's get into
in
some
there.
questions here with this lovely guy. I'm looking. See, I got some.
Well, let's get him a proper introduction.
Okay, get in
ladies and gentlemen, presenting the current King of Oak, Saints fan extraordinaire, wannabe television personality, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Mr. Everything. Welcome to the show, Mr. Everything.
And remember,
I'm humbled.
Humble.
don't settle for anything.
When
Ask
you
for
get
everything, baby.
I just realized who this guy was
That's
when
a
he
great
started
line.
talking.
You're like, oh, I know him.
You're like, I've heard him on this
Yeah,
show
yeah.
before.
Proud
Smooth
sponsor.
debonair
Proud
available.
sponsor of these two guys.
Get closer to the mic. there.
Proud sponsor.
Got to stay
Yes,
right on that mic.
yes.
Gotta
So,
stay right on
Yeah,
that.
ladies and gentlemen, there's a truth be told. We have to say thank you to a lot of people who have made this show possible to us. Ron, you're one of them.
Thank you, my
We
brother.
saw Chris coming here, and BJ we talked to, and we actually ran into Laney, our main sponsor over at Trenas. Give Trenas a little plug. Hopefully,
Trenas, I'll tell you what, if you go to Trenas, get that oyster log, man. Those oysters,
Unbelievable.
They were like 7 different types of oysters on there, and every one of them was better than the last. I swear it was so
That's
good.
a shout out to Trenas one time. And look, I'm telling you, Jimmy, I was talking to Stan about this, who's a friend of WGSO through the food department and food program rather.
He was
And-
just on the show right before us, huh, Stan?
yeah, he called in from over there. He was the guy in the standing up.
Yeah, we saw
Talked to
him.
him, and
We
so-
know him. We know.
Yeah, maybe 2025, our season 2. This is like season 1 drawing to an end here. We signed up for 22 shows, Jay and I, and we're at show number 20 right now.
I mean,
with
we
you,
only
my
we
king.
ain't got but 2 more.
2 more, and then maybe 2025 we might have some Trenas booms we have to go in into between the breaks. But back to Mr. Everything, the guy, the king, the sports fan, the sponsored guy here. He has helped us also be a part of here, a part of where we are today. And we thank you, Quaid. We thank you.
Not
so much
only
for-
that is and one of the reasons I was excited to have him on the show today is that I've watched this guy, even though he's not one of these people who has like a CEO job or a trust fund or something. I've watched him personally be an absolute philanthropist in our community and in our society here in New Orleans, pitching in not just his time, which he is very generous with, but also just coughing up some of the money he works very hard at getting each day. But
Money, money,
coughing
money,
up a little bit of that
money.
money for people, for organizations, and specifically cultural organizations. So I just wanted to thank you so much for being a steward of the culture and reminding
Very
us to
true.
please
Very, very
talk
true.
directly.
You know, all of the charity events that I go to are so well defined and so well run that it makes it easy for me to just have money come out of my pockets like little birds. It just flies away from me. I don't know how it happens.
Well, speaking of charity, we do actually have to pay some bills around here, so we're going to go to break, and
There's
we're going to
Quaid's
come
money
back,
flying away.
and we are going to talk all about the Solstice Winter Toy Drive and Clothing
Yes,
Drive
yes.
in conjunction with Grace at the Green Light, all after the break here. So please stay tuned. If you're listening right now, call a friend, tell them to tune in, or watch us on the YouTubes. You can see us all. We're all dressed really nice.
It's 504-556-9696.
If you want to call,
Who dat?
that?
Your virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister. Everyone want to make it, but if for one slice of bread, remember, make we break it. Good life with the good vibes. Virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Chabrack Waterwell wishes everyone a happy holiday season, and remember, this year more than ever, families in our area could use some extra help. You can help bring a smile by dropping a toy or article of clothing at a local donation center. This important reminder was courtesy of Chabrack Waterwell in Lacombe, family owned and operated for over 20 years. Call Chabrack Waterwell at 985-882-3384. They wish everyone happy holidays.
Hey, this is Drew Robinson. Join me on Saturday at noon for the Coach Rob Show on WGSO 990 and streaming on demand at WGSO.com.
I'm Ference Toth, host of the Your Personal Bank Show. I use common sense as an entrepreneur, financial literacy educator, and speaker to understand how current events affect our money, economy, and our freedom. Grow your money safely, reduce taxes, increase returns, and create positive arbitrage with Your Personal Bank. Tune in to the Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. or contact Ference at yourpersonalbank.com. The Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on WGSO
Hello, this is Jack Clegg. I want
990
to thank
a.m.
all
New
my
Orleans.
listeners and the support I get here at WGSO for making our program, the Jack Clegg Show, successful. Along with that success has come a change in time zones. No, we're not moving to the Pacific time zone, but we are changing the time of our show. Now, for the immediate future, we will be 11 a.m. to noon on Tuesday and Thursday. Callers are welcome. That's a Jack Clegg Show at 11 a.m. to noon. Thanks for listening.
Hey, Mimi, we love Wednesdays, but we're moving to a new time.
Listen to He Said, She Said, Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
As usual, we'll be discussing and debating the hot topics.
And taking your phone calls.
You can find out who's right. Of course, that's me.
No, wait, Jeff, I'm never wrong. Remember, happy wife, happy life.
So we'll have a lot to talk about on He Said, She Said.
Listen to the Crew of Crew Air, Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
Right here on WGSO.
Get up early on Saturdays and talk LSU athletics with us. Tiger Rag Radio every Saturday morning, 5 to 7 on WGSO, the community voice of the Crescent
Chef
City.
Jamie Gwen here. Tune in for delicious conversation and let me feed your soul every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on WGSO 990 AM, the community voice of the Crescent City.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
Everybody ain't breezy, and I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, you know today will be a very good day just to have a good day. You know today will be a very good day just to have a good day. With a little more love and
a little more laughter, a little more light, and a little more laughter. Double laughter, bro.
Double laughter.
I love Michael Franti. Let's give it up one time for Michael Franti up in here, y'all.
Let's give it up for Mike Franti.
Good friend of the show, good friend of ours. We love you guys.
Always
Welcome
popping in
back.
with the theme music. We would have loved it. That's one of our dream guests, actually. You know, we have a list of dream guests. Michael Franti and Drew Brees are both on there.
You should do that one.
So is John Baptiste.
John Baptiste, yeah. John Baptiste is on the dream list.
First of all, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Only Good Vibes News Network. with Jay and with Whistle and Jay and the King of Oak, Andrew
Mr.
Quaid,
Everything.
and Ron, and we are brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank. You should go over there and experience high speed thrills, or axe throwing, or you can ride around in those little golf cart go-karts. And how fast do those things go?
Oh man, they go about 45 miles an hour.
What? No way.
No, I think so. I think they.
Dude, it can't be 45.
Maybe I could be wrong. 25.
What's amazing about that park, man? I'm right by it, so I can hear everything from my house all night long.
Oh, really?
That's called the Doppler effect.
I didn't realize that there were any houses by that out there. I thought that was like stuck out in the
Only
woods.
rich people live out there, but like close to it by that. It's okay, Ron. You don't have to be modest.
Ron, it's okay.
See you
man.
striking all that
We
fire
understand
sinks
that you got that big
on the
bank
internet,
account.
on the internet, cooking all that good food.
We're not holding
Ron,
it
come on
against
now.
you, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are on the internet,
Expensive
or if you're
dogs.
looking
I
at
see you taking these
talking about
luxury
our
vacations. I mean,
switchboard operator extraordinaire, Mr. Ron
How y'all doing?
Richardson. He has his own show on
they,
Saturdays.
They call
at
him
1
Rich
o'clock,
Ron. That's what they call him on the West Bank.
1 o'clock your show?
1 o'clock. 1 to 2 p.m.
1 to 2 p.m. See, he's got that radio voice like Jamie has. I hadn't quite got that yet. I'm still like, hello, hello, hello. Jamie's like, hey.
Hey, do your best radio voice and reintroduce our guest for anyone who just might have been joining us.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Only Good Vibes News Network, brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park. We're here today with Mr. Everything. He's the current king of the Crew of Oak.
Well, thank you, Whistle. It's a very
That's my
honor
Jamie
and
impersonation, ladies and
a
gentlemen.
heavy duty to do.
Oh, me.
But I do it as best I can.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell us a little bit. How did you become Mr. Everything? I mean, that's a large moniker.
Well, it started when 1701, when Bienville was still the mayor. No, I'm kidding. I moved into town about 2004 as a transplant. Actually, just before Katrina, 2005, and I fell in love with the culture. Just fell in love with the parade culture.
I took off my shirt because it was 420. I just, it's getting warm in here.
Yeah,
but so tell me this. What was the first thing that made you fall in love with? Like the first thing where you're like, I really love this.
Like what stuck out? The culture we're saying, like what part of the culture really hits you first?
I love a parade.
Oh, just outside people, the feel of just
Yes.
hanging out with other people, walking around the street, dancing to music, drinking, having a good time in the streets. I mean, let me tell you something. That's the number one thing that you have to have and love if you're a New Orleanian, because you may not know that one day a second line might just come busting out right down the street.
Now,
Now
I like the way this whole story's fitting together too, because you love a parade, and now you've had the chance to be the king of my favorite New Orleans Mardi Gras crew. That is the Crew of Oak.
I think that's all of
and you've already have this spirit of philanthropy towards the culture and towards people in general.
Yes.
And now you get to partner up with the Crew of Oak, with Grace at the Green Light, for this year's big event.
Yes, on Saturday, 12/21, from 5 to 9 p.m. There will be the Solstice Winter Party.
Oh,
food, toy, coat, and clothing drive.
So I hear that the clothing is going to go and coincide with Grace of the Green Light, because we had Grace of the Green Light here.
That is
That's right. We heard all about Grace and the Green Light, and Chris Berry's wonderful story about being inspired to help people one day while waiting at a green light there.
Shout
Or a
out to
red light,
Chris.
rather.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Chris.
Chris, and thanks, Chris, for everything you do for the station, everything you do with
And for
Grace and
us
the Green
being
Light,
here.
and with Funky Nola, and with
Yes.
Tux. Just another wonderful spreader of love to our community. But he partnered with the Crew of Oak this year. And really, all you have to do is just go. Maybe your kids have some toys they never took out of the package, or maybe you can go by the Dollar General or by the Les Jouets out there, on Airline Highway, and get some toys.
Or
But just
Juju's.
bring an unwrapped toy if you want to participate in the kids drive. Now, the reason they want them unwrapped is they want to be able to match kids' toys with kids, because if you wrap them all up and then some kid gets a Barbie doll, he might be a little upset, or she might be a little upset they didn't get the right they might get
Gift.
the right gift. But the other thing that you can do is not just toys. If you have clean clothes around, they prefer new clothes, but any clothes in great shape that are clean, you can bring these folded clean clothes or new clothes to the Maple Leaf, drop them off there on the 21st. You can come anytime after 5 to drop the clothes off.
Yes, and unused food.
Unused food and clothes, and this is really going to help some people.
No half sandwiches.
Who need.
So
things
listen, a
more
lot
than
of
you.
these people are putting themselves out and making sure that things are available for others. Let's just keep that in mind. So Grace of the Green Light, the Maple Leaf, these people, what they're doing is they're making things available for people who are less fortunate. So that's the whole vibe, right? The whole energy of all of this is to help others. So if it inconveniences us just to touch, just to do this, then, I wish the doctor, I'm not sure if Doc's going to call in today, but if he does, I want to ask him about this lobe inside of your brain where, whenever you don't want to do something and you consistently do it, it starts to swell and develop even more. And then those things really don't matter anymore much. But that is that little bitty thing. If you think about the fact, if you're going to go get a toy, let's just say you're going to have to go buy a toy and then you have to go bring it to some place. The fact that you can have money to buy a toy, the fact that you can go and get it, and the fact that you're going to go and be able to put it with someone, that's a blessing. Like, you have a source to help people. All you have to do, you have the ability to do it. You have the money to do it. That's the way to look at it, in a grateful way. And I've been doing that for the last 3 days, guys.
Yeah.
I was reading something and it was talking about all those things that you don't want to do and you feel like you don't, like, say, work out. Like, in the morning you work, like, damn, I don't feel like working out. But it's like, change it. I posted this on Project. It says, change your thinking to, man, how fortunate am I to be able to go work out? I mean, like, I'm able to go and, like, work on my body. Like, some people, like, can't work out. They can't do anything. Some people are not here. There's so many things that you can look grateful to, right? So say the next thing, like, you have to go to work. Like, damn, I hate going to work today. That really sucks. But instead of thinking about that, say, thank God I have a job. Thank God that I'm going to get paid. Thank God I'm going to get money. I'm in a situation where I can feed myself. I'm able to pay bills. So, like, when you start changing that, and it's only been like 3 or 4 days since I read this, and I've been doing it with everything. And it has taken so much, like, half empty, if you will, thought process out of my life. Because I'm telling myself, I'm walking into working out gratitude. I'm walking into going to do things that I could be easily be perceived as, like, I don't want to really do it, but I'm doing it, and it's really helped me out. So if anybody's listening to that, just try that. I guarantee you're going to get a big thing out of it. So if you think, wow, now I'm going to go get a toy and go do this, and then they're going to feel back the serotonin, the dopamine, and all that stuff from giving to someone, and all you did was just go and be grateful for what you had and made something happen for them.
It doesn't have to be big, even just a little bit. Like, when I started doing the charity stuff, I wasn't able to donate everything. I would donate just a little bit.
So did you call yourself Mr. Little Bit?
No.
Okay.
and I'll tell you, the thing about what the Maple Leaf is doing with Grace of the Green Light is it really just gives you the opportunity to like Whistle was saying, to know resistance. All you have to do is just pick something up and drop it off there. It is the easiest thing in the world to do. And then you can go on about your holidays knowing that you help someone else have a good holiday, get a warm coat, have a clean pair of socks. Simple little things that we take for granted every day.
And if you're not in a good mood, the bands will put you in a good mood. Jelly biscuit in the flaky layers is fantastic.
Are you doing a biscuit cook-off again?
I think I'm going to bring some biscuits from the local purveyors.
And
have
maybe
a
I'll
little
be
contest
eating
with
sugar
Biscuiteria.
JB doing the judging.
All aboard. You guys come back.
Look, we got a great half hour. In the second half hour, we got Scorch calling in. He's always giving you that positive advice about nutrition. We got Mr. Everything here in the studio. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Saints. We're going to be talking about our holiday plans and, of course, more about the toy and
give us a
clothing
call,
drive.
504-556-9696.
Give me love for the life of me. Hey, we know that I was not.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
We have fun for the whole family. Enjoy our state-of-the-art arcade and brand new axe throwing. NOLA Motorsports Park is the perfect place to celebrate a birthday. Create memories that will last a lifetime.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAmotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
What up, New Orleans? It's your boy Whistle. Did you know my co-host Jay is a killer musician? You can see him perform on December the 7th at Silas Seafood in Harahan, on December the 8th at Bufus in the French Quarter, and on December the 20th at NOLA Brewing and Pizza in the Irish Channel. Go stream his single today. It's a love letter to New Orleans called Not a City, a Star. Keep up with all the happenings with Jamie at JamieBernstein.com.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. President Joe Biden is pardoning 39 people today, among them a 46-year-old New Orleans woman who pled guilty to nonviolent offenses she committed at age 23. Trinitha Fulton has since earned a master's degree, worked in education, volunteered, coached, and founded 2 nonprofit organizations to help young people in her community. President Biden commuted nearly 1,500 sentences today. Welcome news as crawfish season is underway. Lainey King, co-founder of the Crawfish app, says the app will help find local vendors sorted by the lowest price per pound. She says the timing may seem off, but many vendors often offer a crawfish around the holidays.
In December and January, we have to expect higher than usual prices. It's all a supply and demand issue. Right now, there's not a huge supply.
You can check the app for vendors who offer boiled crawfish and sacks of live crawfish. LRN.
Tiger fans, are you looking for the latest news on all things LSU? Then Tiger Rag Magazine is your go-to source. Whether you pick up the magazine or browse over to the website, Tiger Rag Magazine provides you with the most up-to-date information on all the sports, university, and recruiting news that matters to you. Find it at your local newsstand or online at tigerrag.com. Let's face it, we all know that the recruiting scene at LSU can get a little wild. Don't fret. Now more than ever, Tiger Rag Magazine is staying ahead of the game when it comes to name, image, likeness regulations. Thanks to our Tiger Rag Magazine experts and analysts, we can help you understand what it means to LSU and how you can stay informed on this rapidly changing landscape. Plus, our website makes it easy for fans to get their hands on all the information they need about LSU athletics. Get your subscriptions today. So if you're looking for in-depth coverage of everything LSU, look no further than Tiger Rag Magazine. Available on newsstands or online, tigerrag.com.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam NOLA, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
What up, New Orleans? It's your boy Whistle. Did you know my co-host Jay is a killer musician? You can see him perform on December the 7th at Silas Seafood in Harahan, on December the 8th at Bufus in the French Quarter, and on December the 20th at NOLA Brewing and Pizza in the Irish Channel. Go stream his single today. It's a love letter to New Orleans called Not a City, a Star. Keep up with all the happenings with Jamie at JamieBernstein.com.
Hey folks, it's Jeff Cruer. I've been with WGSO for 17 years as host and now president and general manager. WGSO is a community-based radio station, a nonprofit, locally operated. We believe in cultivating local talent and emphasizing local programs. If you have an interest in hosting your own program, then we have some prime spots available for you. Take advantage of this great offer. Email me at jeff@wgso.com or call me at 504-669-6076. Come fulfill your radio dreams at WGSO.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by me, Mr. Everything. Don't settle for anything. Ask for everything. Who dat?
Who dat?
Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Say they're going to beat them Saints.
Hey, ask for everything. And you know when we ask for everything, we go over to our sponsor's place, NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank, where you can experience high thrills, quick speed turns, hard left turns, and mostly axe throwing.
You know, it may be a little late, but you could have your Christmas party over there too if you wanted. Maybe look for a New Year's party, 12th night party, whatever you like. You rent out the whole place.
Speaking of Christmas, I feel like I'm in a Christmas kind of mood.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little Christmassy.
If anybody
you know what
wants to buy a Whistle Monster bobblehead doll, I'm going 25% off.
Boom.
So $40 / $230.
What is that?
Get your Whistle Monster bobblehead doll for $30.
And then get that at whistlemonster.com?
Oh, yeah, whistlemonster.com.
Or you can see the Whistle Monster himself. If you see him.
Yeah, all that stuff. So, yeah, hit it up.
And guess what? We got Scorch on the line, don't we?
Scorch,
what's up, guys?
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Man, it's showtime. Feels like it every
Showtime.
time I call. I love it.
Brother Scorch, we love you, man. We got Mr. Everything. And Mr. Everything, I think he was drinking. Guys, we went and had a little visit with Scorch
Over at the Antidote Juice Company.
over on Union, right around the corner from the lab where we're at right now. It's an undisclosed location on
I got rolled up on.
He got rolled up on. Exactly.
Hey, Mr. Everything, you had one of those coffees with the lion's mane. How is that?
So yeah, I was looking in the kiosk there, and I was like, man, what do I need to pick me up and make me feel good? And cause cold brew with the lion's mane, I am lit. Let me tell you,
His mane looks like it's all maned up, man. You did it right. This guy's ready to go. He's flowing. Is that a George Porter tie-dye you wearing?
It is.
Oh, that's a George Porter original tie-dye? Oh, love
This
it.
guy is connected, Scorch. So listen.
It's the one.
I got a question.
It's the one in the Frenchie painting.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. Hey, Scorch. Mr. Everything is the king of oak. So when I wanted to ask you, like when you're out doing Mardi Gras season, what's a good way for me to get like a mocktail throughout the Mardi Gras season?
Great question.
Man, Whistle, man, you're the perfect guy to ask this question because, you know, this question is a question that can be either taken really seriously or either really lightly. And coming from you, I already know it's coming from a serious place in your heart and the respect to the sober community and how to actually function and be a part of the party without, you know, having any temptations that might turn us backwards. I want to thank you for that. But I want to talk really quickly back about the lion's mane because this is what is a really cool transition. Because a lion's mane is an adaptogen. And adaptogen is a really interesting word that's being thrown around as of lately pretty commonly in every household, or if not, people who are trying to look for healthier options are using lion's mane. Lion's mane is an adaptogen, but it adapts to stress. And which is really cool because when we decide we want to have fun, we let go of stress, and it's easy for us to just get involved with when we have a drink. You know, for the social climate, we have a drink and everything goes out the window. Well, for the sober community, we don't use that as a thing anymore. We use adaptogens like lion's mane. And what it does is it puts you in a position where you can enjoy being yourself. You can use your own thoughts, your own mind. And this is a really cool way to incorporate mocktails with the daily living and the socializing. We sell adaptogens at the Antidote Juice, and we have a really cool collection of adaptogens all the way from lion's mane to cordyceps and maca root, just a whole bunch of different ones. You could come and get different blends, but that's what I recommend doing is if you're out on the parade route, pack yourself something that's not only going to stimulate you, but take away some of that work day stress. And that's really what it's about, you know?
Wow. Some of that stress sometimes can bleed into the, feeling like you're out of place in a sense. Not that I run across this ever because my mind, it's always being trained for, a marathon in these type of situations in just a day or so. But like for someone who really feels like, man, I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Like, and so that really would help their help their anxieties. This lion's mane.
Yeah, I do L-theanine too, along with my lion's mane, and I'm a new man.
And this is all natural, right?
It's all natural. And I want to just talk about how that perspective is something that is for longevity in sobriety. Just having that perspective that, there's other things that we can do on this journey that doesn't have to be maybe caffeine or sugar related even, So just to throw that out there so you guys can dial it back and not drink 20 cups of coffee, maybe, have maybe one.
Maybe one.
I don't drink coffee godly enough, I mean, I just got hip to it and it's kind of embarrassing. Here's a 57-year-old dude that just like got into iced coffee like last year.
That's a crazy place to start, man.
Never ate peanut butter ever once in my life either. I don't like walnuts, almonds. I'm like I moved to the beat of my drum, and it's only got that, But honestly, all joking aside, Scorch, I mean, having you here, this is our 20th show. I don't want you to get out the segment. Not that we're going off. You can stay as long as you want to.
Sure, thank you.
But thank you, man. From the bottom of our hearts over here, me and Jamie. I mean, you and Dr. B and Dr. Elliott, you guys really help us bring this show together for moments like this where we can just like bounce off certain things and and it really helps us and it helps. Hopefully it's helping some other people, but please, thank you. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I have a question for you. We have listeners all over the world and some of them don't have access to your juice shop, but I'm very interested in knowing more about pulling adaptogens into our diet and into our drink world to replace things like alcohol or stimulants. What's a good way that people can work this in? Do they have mushroom powders or are there tinctures or extracts? What's a good way for someone who doesn't have access to the Antidote Juice Company where you do it all for them? What's a good way for them to source these adaptogens?
So great. Let me share with you really something kind of just straight through. That's how I just going to give it to you, Jamie. It's just the honest truth because that's what I search for is the truth. I read in this book when I got into bodybuilding, it says Americans have the most expensive urine in the world. And because of the supplements that we think our bodies take in, right?
Right.
And, I can go to GNC, which I used to do before I realized what the real game is about, buy some stuff. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good for myself. And you know what? I just throw it in a bag, take one pill. Hey, you know what? I did something good for myself.
Right.
That's one philosophy in the supplement game. But the real game is about making this thing work for you. And there's the real way to get lion's mane in your system is through a water-soluble dose. We have lion's mane on our site to source adaptogens. If you guys are at home and you want to go take a look at this, it's an adaptogen site. It's called The Source Adaptogens. You'll see it online.com, and you'll be able to see the lion's mane water soluble 2 tiny drops. But that's the way that I would do it. If you have to try it any other way, which is the best way to get it in your body is through the water soluble method, is alcohol is the other way.
Okay.
You know how I feel about alcohol, so that's why I don't use it.
But sometimes the tincture extracts are a real good way to get the essence of the adaptogen
into your bloodstream, because it's alcohol. It busts right in there. And so that's one way they use tinctures to get inside of your blood. However, again, you want to get it in your body to stay there. I think the water-soluble way is the best way. Tincture would be the second best way.
And repeat that website one more time where people can go find some water-soluble lion's mane.
Yeah, it's thesourceadaptogens.com, and you'll see a pretty interactive page, and you can go through and look in your own speed and take your own time and understand adaptogens a little bit differently. And you'll see some options that might pique your interest there.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us this
Bravo,
afternoon.
bro.
And for that really solid advice, because
Great meeting you, Scorch.
I really believe, as someone who is in recovery myself, that the lion's mane, the reishi, the adaptogen mushrooms have really helped me have another sort of outlet, someplace to go other than that alcohol haze.
Man, I am not on that board yet. I'm looking to stand up at this bus stop and jump on here, man.
Yeah, you're right.
This is good stuff, Scorch.
I love the way you say that. Hey, listen, before I go, man, I just want to say, man, the reason why I came on board here is because of the vibes at The Only Good Vibe. And it's just never let me down,
man.
Running up on you guys today, understanding how the community that you guys are trying, the exposure to the health world, and also not taking it so seriously. And I think that that's something that, from my end, I really feel awesome to be a part of. And anytime I see anything you guys are working on, I already know to pay attention, because it's only going to be the best.
Yeah,
Listen,
Scorch,
guys,
we
you've been
love
rock,
you, man. And we love
Awesome.
everybody at Antidote. And you guys get out to Antidote on Union Street and check Scorch out.
Thanks for coming in, Scorch. We
love you, brother.
We're going to go right to
Yes, brother. Peace.
Who dat? Thanks again, man.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
We have fun for the whole family. Enjoy our state-of-the-art arcade and brand new axe throw. NOLA Motorsports Park is the perfect place to celebrate a birthday. Create memories that will last a lifetime.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAMotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
Hi, this is Kate Delaney from America Tonight. The show kicks on at midnight, and I'm loving the overwhelming support in New Orleans. What a group of fantastic listeners here on WGSO 990 AM. Join me every morning to catch up on what I call the buzz in your backyard and mine. You'll hear some of the most interesting people on the planet from the world of business, politics, sports, and, well, just intriguing people with a story to tell. If you're around, give us a call. Don't worry, I'll spit out the number plenty of times on the air. Let's agree to meet at midnight right here on WGSO 990 AM in New Orleans.
Hey, this is Drew Robinson. I've been an entrepreneur, coach, and dad for over 30 years. I'm not sure what that makes me other than someone with a unique perspective on life. On the Coach Rob Show, we'll look at life's challenges and have some fun, looking through the lens of faith, family, and football. News of the week, sports, movies, and my guests. I hope you'll join me on the Coach Rob Show, Saturdays at noon on WGSO 990 and streaming on demand at WGSO.com.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
You got the accent, the way the positive eliminate.
Dr. John.
You You gotta eliminate it, bro. You cannot have that in your life.
Positive vibes, man.
You're back here on the Only Good Vibes News Network.
Brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park.
On the
NOLA.
West Bank.
On the West Bank, baby, where we make the bridge change colors. We spent a couple of milli on it, and it looks lovely. But you can come on over to the West Bank.
The city's a star.
We got Mr. Everything in the studio with us today.
Thank you, everybody. It's very humbling being here. It's been a humbling year for me.
We're talking about a Christmas drive, and I'm not talking about
Yes,
a drive
indeed.
like you do in them go-tarts over there.
Yeah, guys,
No,
welcome back.
no,
welcome
no.
back. Welcome back.
So come on out to the Maple Leaf, everybody. 5 o'clock. December
What kind of stuff
21st.
they need?
Saturday 21st. They need for the grace at the green light. They need gloves, hats, scarves, those hot hand packets, some blankets, and some socks.
Some of those things that your unhoused people may be having out there and may need during these holiday times.
And honestly, some
Something-
things you might just have like you might have a couple of extra blankets in a closet somewhere. They can use that. You might have an extra coat that you don't wear anymore, out of style. Somebody can use that.
Yeah.
Only problem with my clothes is they're used, I think. I don't
No,
think
you
they
can
want
bring
used
used clothes as long as they're clean and in good shape.
Yeah, I got some of that stuff. I mean, I got some clothes that
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't been having some sugar and been trying to get my life right with alcohol.
One man's trash is another man's trash.
Hey man, I got some clothes that are for the maybe larger type.
For the
humans.
larger type, they
Yeah,
got
when
that.
back when I was big and beautiful, baby.
Now
the
you're
sugars,
just beautiful.
When he was on the
Yeah, I
sugars.
was just beautiful. And I was on a sugar busters,
when he
and I
was-
don't mean no sugar busters.
Back when he
Buster.
was big and sweet.
Big and oh no. The wrong station, man. We did
This
it's
is
rated
radio.
G here, man.
Rated G radio.
Rated G radio,
All right.
buddy boy. So Mr. Quaid,
Yes, indeed.
I have some internet questions that's been coming through here.
Oh yeah, you got one coming
Yeah,
through on the hotline.
Hot seat.
They said what does it feel like to be a king of a Mardi Gras crew?
Oh, great question.
Well, you get to rain on a parade,
Ah,
but
that's-
in a good way.
That's a very clever thing.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they don't call him Mr. Everything for nothing.
So it's really, I mean, for the most part, it's very humbling for me to like be around town and have the most obscure times when, I go to Parkway Po' Boys to pick up a sandwich, and Saul out there in the booth in the parking lot says, "All hail,
All hail,
all
King
hail,"
of Boo.
and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I know you."
Does that make you feel a little uneasy, or do you like it? Do you feel
I
like you like
love
to
it.
stay the king? So
I
how
love
long
it.
does a king reign?
Well, as our fearless leader Hank from the Crew of Oak has always said,
One time for Hank Staples,
time.
owner of Maple Leaf Bar, everybody's favorite friend.
mm-hmm.
Continue, sir.
Well, he always says, and he told me while I was there at Galatoire's many times with him, "You're always king. You are always been the king. You've been the king since the pyramids were still sand and not rocks. That's how long ago this has all been set in motion. And so now it's just my year to shine. And then I'm always going to be the king afterwards. And knowing that really makes me proud. It's
Awesome.
It's like the city giving me a hug back.
Boom.
So I got a question for you. It's gonna be kind of rapid fire here because we're getting towards that time. But so what made you a Saints fan?
Ooh, well, I was always lost at sea with my NFL fanship for a long time. But then I moved to New Orleans and I started meeting other fans
Well, the
in
fans.
the community, namely you, my friend Whistle, and a few others. But even before I met you, I was meeting other people, just regular, everyday super fans, not the super fan like I'm sitting next to.
Oh,
But-
come on.
But anyhow,
Where do I
keep-
send the check?
I meet this community. I'm in the community, and I fell in love with it. So of course I'm going to celebrate the team too. And there, boom, my going to one of the Mardi Gras balls, I bought a tuxedo, like paid for it, so I could bring it home and I could wear it everywhere. And then soon enough, I started going to all the events with the super fans and everything, and just hanging out on the side. But I'd wear a tuxedo and a gold top hat to get attention.
It's a good look too, I must say.
Yeah. So it worked for getting beads, and it worked for me. Getting the fans hot and heavy in the dome, getting those decibels up.
Yeah. So it sounds like you are a defensive character more than an offensive character, correct?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I just like.
You're not one of those guys that's doing a wave on offense, are you?
Oh, absolutely,
man. I saw them do that again last time I was in the dome.
I just want to let people know. Ron, I want to let everybody know.
This
You
is
can say
public
this on your
service
show.
announcement
It's
from
a
the Whistle Man.
Public service announcement from the Whistle Man. Okay. First of all, as a New Orleanian sixth-generation fan who loves the Saints, who's a fan of the year in the 3-13 season, that hurts my feelings. Like we are passionate people. We should know not to make noise on offense. So if you want to get 60 or 70,000 people making noise on offense, it hurts my feelings.
It does.
It really does.
It really does.
No wave on offense,
No
guys.
wave.
In fact, don't yell
wave.
on offense.
Yeah, just
let
cool
the
down.
offense
You
comport
always,
themselves out there.
and look, I like Jamie always says this at the end of our show. The world is full of good people.
If you don't see one, be one.
Yeah, you're not being a good person by doing a wave on offense and defending the dome, bro. Get it? So, Mr. Everything. First, thank you for coming.
We're almost to the end of our show here, and I just want to thank you not only for coming, but for being such a continual support to our community here in New Orleans, and also a great supporter of the show and of us individually, and a great friend.
Absolutely. And remember, not only to Quade, but to all of our sponsors and advertisers out there, this is our 20th show. We would not have been able to do it without you guys. And during these holiday times, it's very important for us to be thankful for the things that we have and not upset about the things that we cannot get.
Right.
Or we cannot afford, or we don't have. We need to change that vibe, right? Because we're going to start that vibe right here. Where else? At your only good news radio station in New Orleans, Louisiana, or even Louisiana, as far as I'm concerned. But what we need to think of is giving. And man, thank you so much for supporting us. We really wouldn't have been able to literally sit here if it wasn't for folks like you.
Anytime. I'm honored. It's my 20th anniversary of being a member of this community.
That's awesome.
Very, very proud of
On a
myself for doing
20th
that.
show, the universe is showing out
Hitting his
today.
20th year as the king. I love that.
Good luck. So again, Rob, we got a little bit of time. So we want to send out nothing but positive vibes to Devin. And Devin is basically going to be hopefully coming in next week. And we just want to let you guys know.
Give us the 6 things that keep us
things that
running
people
around
should-
here.
So the first 3 things is always have humility, empathy, and compassion for yourselves and others. Verse yourself, because you can't give it to others without it. The second 3 is always help people, because it's always an inside job. Always try to be better, because nobody's perfect. You turn the page the next day. And the last one is this: meet a stranger. Leave the world better than you found it. How do you do that? You meet a stranger you never met before, have a good time with them, walk away, and then do that again. And have people do that over and over and over. Isn't that leaving the world better than you found it?
And
So those are 6
remember,
things.
the world is full of good people.
If you don't see one,
be
one.
Yes. Thank you for your time. We love you.
Only Good Vibes News Network.